Hello, everyone, and welcome to another tarot session, or in this case, oracle session by me. So, I will be using the Romance Tarot today, and this is going to be what I'm hoping is going to be an in depth reading. So, I'm just feeling into the energies to see what the messages are. So, this will not be a pick a card reading, this is just going to be reading for a group of people who resonate with this, who feel drawn to this reading, and who will hopefully get the answers that they're looking for from here. And I'm just tuning into the energies of those who are going to be coming on and listening later. So I am just calling into spirit. Surrounded by the love and the light of Archangel Michael as I tune in. So we'll just start to pull cards and we'll see what's going on. Okay, so I'm actually using the Romance Angels. I felt drawn or inspired to use them today instead of the regular tarot. So they're a little bit big, so I am going to have to arrange them in a slightly different way, even though it's a 5-card pull. So this way, hopefully you'll get to see all the cards. Maybe this will also look a little bit more interesting, I think. The 5 cards being like that. So what I feel here is so there's been a lot of hesitation between you and your love, your person. Again, this reading is not gender specific, so it could apply to anyone of either gender, or I don't know how many genders there are, in today's day and age, but basically if you're drawn to this reading, then it could be for you. I'm just going to keep the curtain away before I set the house on fire. Okay, so what I've been getting is that you or your love have been having some issues in expressing love. Okay, there is some sort of issue around love, and I also think that communication has been an issue as well. And I think that I just realized, and the second card is trust. There's also been some issues around trust because there's not been an ability for the two of you to really talk, or when one tries to speak, the other one gets upset. And so I think a more trivial sort of situation has been almost blown out of proportion because the two taken together, it looks like there has been an issue with expressing love, expressing their thoughts, and it's being hampered by this lack of trust that the parties are feeling. So let's pick a clarifier for this. I'd like to pick a card from my teeny tiny little tarot deck because I think I would like to know what's going on. So here, wow, 2 queens. 2 queens. Okie dokie. Well, it looks like there could be a third party involved. Could be. could be. So, so not sure if you're in a long distance relationship, or you may not be in the same town as your love. And what's happening is that there is possibly a third party in the picture. But let's see if it is in the way that right. So the two of queens. Let me just show you the two of queens really quick. So this is the queen. This is the first queen that I pulled, and then which is the Queen of Pentacles, and then the second queen is the Queen of Swords. Okay. And so I feel that the first queen is you, and the second queen is this other person who I feel, well, it may be another woman in their life, or another person in their life, or it could be a female figure who is very strong. And then the third card that came out is the Ten of Pentacles. So it could be that because the Queen of Pentacles is there, the Ten of Pentacles is there, I feel that you and your love are in a domestic situation, perhaps. But at the same time, I think, or you've been having a relationship for some time, but I think there's been distance between the two of you, some sort of distance. I'm not sure why it is. So either you are actually physically apart and staying elsewhere from each other, or you haven't been seeing much of each other, maybe due to work and other commitments, and so that's not been happening. But what I'm seeing is that the energy of these cards sort of lend them to me feeling that there could be, that there's something going on here. I'm not quite sure why, but it seems like there is an energy here of a third party. This person, this woman, the Queen of Swords, actually sort of interfering in the relationship that you have with your love, and that's causing a rift between the two of you. You're not able to fully trust one another. If you look, the male figure is holding out a wand, and he's got a hand away from you, or you being the woman in this case. I mean, I'm just saying that. I mean, however it shows up for you, if you're a guy and and you're the one who wants who needs to trust the other party, then just sort of you just have to use your own intuition to see which party you are in this scenario, okay, in this in this reading, because the situation does not look that good on the surface. It looks like there is something going on, that there may be things that you're not fully aware of that are actually sort of which are not I would say it's not like they're not in your favor, but actually they could even be in your favor, but it's like you're being kept in the dark, that you don't have all the facts at your disposal. That's what I'm getting. So because of that, so what we're having is the situation of this lack of trust, and lack of communication, and and all I can see is you being pretty despondent, pretty sad. I mean, that's how I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles. It's like she's got her worldly goods, or she's you're pretty settled in the 3D, you're quite comfortable and so on, but this relationship is causing you some grief. But what is also to me, it's coming out for me, is that in the obstacle position we've got keep an open mind. So I'm wondering why is this in the obstacle position? So let's get a clarifier from I feel like the Andaras want to speak. The crystals. Wow. Okay. I have not ever channeled them in a reading like this, but let's see who has something to say. I feel it's this. I feel this is one of my gorgeous goddess crystals. She's really, really beautiful in real life, and she's been changing. I just realized, she's changing. I didn't, she didn't have this before, and yeah, I know they tend to change. But anyway, enough about my crystal. It's more the message from my crystal that I should be tuning into. It's late where I am, so you'll have to forgive me if I go a little bit off course or off the beaten track, so to speak, for a minute. What's going on? What's going on? Right, so it's not that you shouldn't keep an open mind, but there are things that are going on that you're not aware of, is what I'm sensing. So your soulmate, this person, there could be somebody else in the picture. So I'm not exactly clear why your person has somebody else, or what it feels like somebody else. It could be a confidant. It may not be a lover, but it could be a confidant. But what I'm also sensing is, if it is a confidant, if it's not a mother figure, because when I looked at the Queen of Wands, I felt it could even be their mom or a sister, or an older female figure, sort of giving advice, which may not be in your favor. But what I'm thinking now is it could even be a friend, a confidant, a work colleague, who may be giving them advice like, hey, you've got all these issues with so and so, what's up with that? And that could be causing, could be playing on the mind of your loved one, of your person, okay? Playing on the mind of your loved one to the extent that I'm just going to say he, again, not gender specific, using this for my own ease of reference, to the point that your person, your guy, is actually feeling unsure about the relationship. It's strange. It's very strange, but that's the sense of what I'm getting. So the thing is though, this person is your soulmate. Soulmate card came out, and that's the advice. This person is your soulmate. So what does this mean? Well, I believe there are many, many soulmates for everybody. There's not just necessarily one person that we're supposed to spend our time with or our lives with. And then there's also this idea that, sometimes a person comes in not forever, but just for maybe a shorter period. And they're there to teach us something, to bring some gift into our lives, or to help us to get over certain things, or to move forward, or to grow as people. So it could be that kind of situation. But here comes the other card that's also a bit confusing for me, which is, this could be the one. So after I've given you that whole spiel about it could be your soulmate, and then it says this could be the one, okay? But I really want to check and see if it is the same guy, if the person of the soulmate card and the this could be the one card is actually the same person. So I just need to pull out some cards for this. So I'm going to be going back to my tarot deck just to see who it is. Okay. I'll take yet another card. I'm going to take another card. Oh, okay. I was going to take it for this. And I'm taking one for this one. Okay, so what I see, or what I'm getting, is that This situation here with your current love, um, it might be difficult for you to, to be in this relationship because of, all this other stuff that's going on, the possibility that there is somebody else in the picture who is sort of like spoiling things between the two of you almost. It's just causing, there to be a rift between you, and of course then when I wanted a clarifier for this, so what I got was the Five of Cups. So in the Five of Cups, there's a lot of regret. There's a lot of regret in as with regards to your current relationship or your current partner. So and if you can't forgive, because that's what I'm getting, if you cannot get past this situation, if you can't forgive him or this person for not trusting you. I think this is, that this trust card for me sort of cuts both ways, because they're not trusting you with the truth as well. You're being asked to take a lot on faith, and it's getting very difficult because, there is some third party giving sort of lending their influence to the situation between you and your love. And but your person doesn't seem to be strong enough to sort of pull back and say, okay, you know what, I'm going to figure this out myself. So and so this third party, let me just call this other person the third party, is sort of not being on your side. For some reason, this person doesn't exactly like you very much, so not exactly on your side, and so the kind of advice that your love has been getting has not been the most positive. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It's not been the most positive. And But when I look at the card that is closer to this one, so now it's starting more and more to feel like this is somebody else who's coming in. It's an energy of somebody else who you could already have met. Okay, and the fact that this came, as the last card of the original spread, makes me feel that it's not the person, it's not the same person, even though your current one is the soulmate. You are feeling a more soulmate energy with the first person. The attraction, the depth of feeling, the can't get him out of my mind. You want to be with him all the time. You feel so drawn and connected, and you feel very a part of this person. But the energy of it at the moment is not at its finest. And so what the universe is saying is, there is this other person who has come in, whom you may already have met. I mean, you may have met, you may not have met, but there is this feeling like you would have met this person at, I don't know, almost like maybe a more formal setting of some sort. So you may have already have met this person, and I'm getting like books. I'm getting, maybe it's because the picture looks like a library or something. So I'm getting like books, or so if you're studying, it could be, you're in college or in university. You've met this person through that, or you've met a person through, or this person through your hobby or something that you do, and you may have known this person for a while. And so the energy of this person has not been very strong with you till now. And that's because you already have somebody in your life who you have been putting a lot of hope into. This relationship, you've been, giving it a lot of your attention, maybe also too much of your attention. Too much attention could have been put into the relationship, to the point that maybe the other person just could not, felt a bit, maybe even suffocated, and pulled back at some point, and that could have caused things to get even more complicated between the two of you. And the card, just like here next to your soulmate card, the Eight of Wands came out. And for me, the Eight of Wands means that there are messages, signs that are telling you that that there could either be a change in direction for the relationship, or it could even be coming to an end. And I'm really sorry to be a bearer of such news, but I cannot say for certain it is ending, but there are signs that it is. And it's just because at this point in time that there are a lot of obstacles in your way, in the way of the two of you. And it's not anything that you both kind of like, knowingly sort of got into. I'm just feeling that, at the end of the day, it's, of course, it's all karmic to one extent, I mean, this person coming in, this sort of interference into the relationship. But I also feel that your guy hasn't really stepped up to the point that he, is making, clear decisions for himself. It feels like he is, he's just being like this good guy, and he's everybody's friend, and he's not he's not um he's not 100% being loyal. Now, loyal is different from faithful to me. Faithful means, faithful in the relationship in terms of not, seeking somebody else out for companionship in a romantic way, or for sex, or going out of the marriage or whatever. But for me, loyalty means like they've really got your back, that no matter what, they're on your side. And although blind loyalty can be harmful, but this person would always give you the benefit of the doubt. So for me, that would be loyalty. So if your friends are loyal to you, they are giving you the benefit of the doubt, even if situations are a bit iffy, but they believe in you, okay? And they're choosing to be true to you in that sense. Okay, so as I said just now, it was the Eight of Wands that came out next to the soulmate card. Okay, so there could be some kind of separation imminent. Could be something like that. But with this new person that you've either met or is coming into your field, the World card came out. So to me, the World card is very significant. Of course, it's major arcana. It's a very strong card in terms of it being the last card, really, isn't it? Of the major arcana. So and it's basically saying that you've ended a certain cycle, and when you've learned the lessons of that cycle, of your previous relationship in this case. So what you're going to have is a renewed vigor and zest for life, where you're going to be in your power, and you're going to be in a great space. And in this great space, you're going to be attracting the one. Or as I said, the one could already be in your space, but it's the matter of the one actually stepping forward, and and the two of you actually connecting more deeply. So that's what I'm getting from this. So I know that this is going to be hard, if you're considering letting go of your current person. I would still say, take your time to make up your mind. You do not need to make your mind up right this minute. I know, during the time of Mercury in retrograde, I think the communication was even more difficult. I think misunderstandings could have arisen as a result of that. I understand that I think there was some planetary situation involving Pisces. So it's either the retrograde was in Pisces, or there was, one of the new moons, full moons, was also in Pisces. And that caused a lot of tension in the relationship, because parties just were not able to communicate, openly and truthfully and from the heart, and things were being misunderstood, and text messages were being taken out of context, and so there's a lot of lack of trust, lack of sort of issues around communication, etc. Because if you look at this card, it's interesting because I know it's not tarot card, but if you look at the trust card, you can see he's holding out like a wand or baton. It's very odd, right? People don't walk around with stuff like that, but he's actually got a wand in his hand, and if you look at the wands, so wands are also about communication. Okay, so sometimes I also feel that the swords are about communication, but or maybe the ones are more about like messages and things like that. And so he does have his hand away from you, okay, or the you that I'm seeing in the card, which is the feminine figure, okay. So it's like you can see that he's holding this wand out and away. So literally something's going on behind your back. Okay, and so given the situation, it's like you need to, if you want to trust this person, you really need to make your mind up to trust them. It's like, even though it doesn't look like things are very good at the minute, for this relationship to be salvaged, you are going to have to literally take a leap of trust, a leap of faith in this relationship. Okay, and I know it's not easy. I know because it's an ongoing situation, and your person hasn't stepped up into his power, and he hasn't told this other person, okay, I'm not going to share anything about my relationship anymore. That's not going to happen. Instead, I'm just gonna be fully facing and being fully committed to my soulmate. So he's not in that space where he's doing this. Okay, so what's happening here is so in the cards that are in between. So again, as I said, the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is regret, and I feel that this is you also, and there is a lot of sadness around the relationship, and how it was, there was so much of promise in the relationship, and it's the Two of Cups here. There's so much of promise in the relationship about your partnership and so on, but but there are more cups down than there are up. Okay, so this means that you're looking at the sadder aspects or the more negative aspects of the relationship, and that is sort of throwing things out a little in terms of the energies. Your energy is actually somewhat down at the minute. It is rather down, especially with regards to this relationship, and it's causing you to be very unsettled, very much how shall I put it, uncertain, unsettled. You don't feel confident about the relationship right now. Okay, so and then on the other hand, the other card that's come out that is that is closer to your potential new love is the Victory card, right? So it's the Six of Wands. So here there looks like there may be this person coming into your life with a lot of energy, okay, with a lot of energy, and may even sweep you off your feet for some of you, okay, coming in with all this vigor on this horse that is giving us a little bit of side eye, if you can see. And you can see also, there's a lot of green, so very much heart chakra sort of colors, very much, it's victory, it's very earthy. This person could, in making me feel that this person could be an earth sign, could be, could be, could be Venus, sorry, Virgo, because Venus rules Virgo. So person could be Virgo, or it could be one of the other earth signs. Could be a Capricorn, could be Venus, or what's the other one, Taurus. Okay, but what it could be also, it could be, ascendant or the rising sign or the moon sign or the love sign of the person, being where their Venus is. So it could well be that, it feels like this person is very grounded. It feels like this person is very grounded, knows what they want. It isn't going to muck about. It's going to be, more serious maybe. I don't know if if it as a personality, this is going to appeal as much, because, the soulmate relationship, of course, it's very passionate, isn't it? There's a lot of, there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of, you know, in an instant connection. But with a soulmate relationship, when you have an instant connection, it's like you could even have jumped into the sack first, and there could have been a lot of passion between the two of you. But what's happened is that once the passion dies down, then that's when you really start to get to know each other, and maybe that was the issue in this relationship. Maybe that's where things started to go a little bit, maybe off, in a sense that you got together first, and then you got to know each other better, and so there are things between you that still are not resolved, because there are things about this relationship that you're still getting to know about, as far as one another is concerned, and it's not, it's feeling like you may not be liking what you've been seeing, or there have been things that have been irking you. Not you. It's almost like sometimes you feel like you don't know this person, also because he is being tight-lipped about a lot of stuff. He is not being very forthcoming and not telling you what's going on. So whereas this other person, this could be the one guy. What I'm feeling is that, like in the picture, it's like, if you can see, the female figure is moving away from the male figure, so it's like you are not necessarily feeling all, okay, like I can see this guy likes me, but I don't know about this. But this is the thing, you may not feel an instant connection to him. That's what I'm feeling. May not be feeling an instant connection, but this could really be the one, and so you may have met him, or he could be somewhere in the periphery, and I think that when your energy sort of improves, he may, it's likely that he's going to make his move then. Whether or not your current partner is in the picture, I think this new person could be making his move, because we see him here, as I said, in the victory card, in the Six of Wands, and he's not, he's not going to be the type who will let the grass grow under his feet. That's what I'm picking up. He's just going to be like, okay, I like her. I'm going to look for an opportunity to get to know her better. And so maybe because of that, you'll get to know him first, or you're gonna get to know this person first before your feelings start to develop. And I want you to know that no matter what, you're going to be okay. All right. Even if if you decide to stick with your current partner and work things out, let me just see how does that go. Is there a chance for you to work that out? Is that going to work out? Is that going to be good for you? Sort of hanging around your current partner. Let's see. Well, if he can be honest with you and tell you how he feels, okay, if he can do that, if he can be the King of Cups, if he can step up and be honest to you about how he feels, then excuse me, Then, you have the Fool card coming up. And it's interesting because it's like you'll be starting over as far as the relationship is concerned. And the Fool card has come out here with your current partner, whereas with the Mister could be coming into the picture, has got the World, the card number 21, Major Arcana number 21, which is the final card of the Major Arcana. So for your current partner, it's the Fool. For this other person, it's the World. So um, so with this other one, I think there's still going to be, it's like going to be the beginning of your journey with them. It's going to be like you're having to start over. You could start over with them if they're willing to come clean and to be honest with you, and to tell you how, their feelings. It could work out. But you'll have to, it'll be the beginning of the journey of the two of you all over again. Whereas I feel that this other guy with this other person, since, these other cards is these very much more positive cards, I would say, coming out with regards to this new love. Um, you know, um, I would say, um, don't, do not poo-poo, or do not discount this new person. Okay, do not do that. Be open to this person. I think it's best to, or maybe this is what it's about. Hello. Because the keep an open mind card is right actually in the center of all of this. So, you know what? I think Spirit has just given me a new spread, is what this is. There's an absolutely new spread, that Spirit's given me. And I think right in the center you know, is a pivotal card. So maybe it's not just an obstacle card, but maybe in this case, it's actually saying, um, you know, um, uh, keep an open mind with regards to both these persons, okay? Keep an open mind with regards to your soulmate, who you seem to be, sort of still in a relationship with. Maybe it's going to be moving away. Maybe it could even, there is a chance it could just even have ended. For some of you, it could even just have, you may have said, okay, I think we better go our separate ways, because remember I said that the eight of wands for me also means endings or completion. So this could already have occurred for some of you, okay? But if it has occurred for some of you, if you've walked away from the relationship, if it has ended, so you've got this other person who has or if he's already um if your love has walked away, if your soulmate has walked away, then it's, I think this other person coming into your life, or making their sort of affections known to you, or their feelings known to you, or being in your field, in a stronger way, maybe asking you out for coffee or something, is actually so much stronger. Okay, that's what I'm getting, because if you've already said bye bye to this other person, then your next person, who could really be the one, but it feels like it's going to be a different kind of dynamic, where you're going to really spend time getting to know them, and this person is not going to take no for an answer. That's what I feel. This person is more forthright and forceful, and so they're actually going to make sure that you're comfortable with them. They're going to take pains to do that. As I said, that for some of you, it's going to feel like you're being swept off your feet. He is going to, really, make you feel very, very special. Okay? And of course, that's nice. So even though he's not your first choice, you may actually end up in a better situation. And then, of course, the Sun card being there as well, I don't know whether it's the final card, but I took it as a clarification card for these two guys. And so it looks like, I I think how I would read it is, if you, I think, this new person coming in would have character and a personality in the long run that I think would be better for you in a way. But the heart wants what it wants, isn't it? So if you want to stick with your soulmate, you can. It is going to take work because that's what the Fool also signifies, the beginning of the journey. That means it's the beginning of soul work as well. So it's not just, haha, journey through life, but, it is also to do with soul work. So your lessons with this person would start again, in a sense. And so it's going to be, a journey. But if you decide to go with the new, with the present guy, then it really is you taking a leap of faith. You're really gonna take a leap of faith, and you're gonna push through whatever you feel uncomfortable with. Because I guess you will be making this decision. If he has come to you, and has come clean with you as to what the situation is, or what the position is with, with whatever's going on in his life. Because as I said, he has been confiding to somebody else. And of course, it boggles the mind about why he feels he can't tell you. Okay? So there's that. There's that aspect of it as well. So let me just take a card from the Gaia Oracle. Let's just see whether there's anything from the Gaia Oracle that is coming out that could help to clarify any aspect of this reading. Because I've not done this reading before. It's the first time it's come out, and I was just completely tuning in to see what the energies were that were coming through. And so let's see what the Gaia Oracle has to say. Yeah, so it's this beautiful dove, and it says rising above. So it means that you need to come out of the emotional state you're in. You've got to come out of it so that you can make a wise choice and find the clarity that you need, not be constrained by what you wish, how you wish things were, and you are able to see things for how they are. I think that's really important. So I hope that this has sort of given, some of you at least, some sort of answer or clarification, and if you want to book a reading with me, you can. You can just email me at loveladylara@gmail.com. It's loveladylara@gmail.com to book a session with me. And I do hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I know I am building a base. I know I've just started, as you can tell, and so I've got very few videos up still, and not many subscribers, but I am really enjoying this process of connecting with you all. And so I look forward to your comments, to your shares, your likes, and I hope that you too will be looking forward to future readings from me. So this is me signing off with all my love and with the blessings of all the Andaras that are here. It'll be also interesting to find out if some of you have felt the energy of this reading coming through to you. So take care, and have a good rest of the week. Bye now.